hilarious. They made a movie called The Number 23 that was about like Jim Carrey going crazy.
Oh my God, that's
but
right.
But when that happened, I was like, oh, see, it's everywhere.
Oh, so you liked 23 before that movie?
Yeah. And then there's like in movies, they're always going to the 23rd floor. It's very weird. But there's something
now
going
I'm going
on.
to see it
like
everywhere.
It's not really
so
a conspiracy,
brilliant.
but it's just like I'm always
23 is now a mystery that needs to be solved.
Right.
Yeah. We have to be careful. We don't want the Illuminati or whoever to come after you.
All right. Let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So Kate, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And everybody, welcome to Witchcraft.
Welcome to Witchcraft.
'Cause it's Witchcast.
I'm Emily.
And I'm Kate.
And we're your hosts
of the Witchcast podcast.
We're the hosts of the Witchcast podcast.
Season 3,
and
2020.
This is season 3.
Burr, 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 burr.
It's 2020, baby. This is episode 1 of season 3.
It feels good.
And it feels good.
Fresh start.
Reunited and it
I know.
feels good. I'm gonna get sued.
I
We're
missed
gonna get
you
like
so-
a $70,000 fine for me
it's
singing
fine.
that.
They should be
Just
so lucky.
bleep it out.
We'll just modulate it a little bit.
Right. Yeah.
You can't tell. We sing terribly. I have missed you though greatly. It's
Yeah,
been
me
like
too,
2 weeks,
It's been
3
2
weeks.
weeks. We see each other so often usually.
Yes.
Oh,
It's nice to have you back in my
yeah,
life.
it's good to be back.
It's good to be back on the witch wheel.
The witch train.
Yes.
The choo-choo of
Choo-choo.
witchcraft.
All aboard. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I want to say that I was really good while we were on break and practicing my witchcraft, but
I did jack shit.
No.
The solstice came and I was at a fish party.
Wait, like the band?
No, oh my god, if only. No, the Feast of the
Feast
Seven
of the Seven
Fishes.
Fishes?
Yeah.
So was I.
Yeah, I think that was the night for it on whatever the
Yes.
Italian calendar is.
Wow. I did eat a lot of seafood and it was delicious.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of
mindfully
cookies.
ate 7 different fishes.
Yeah, mindfully. Well, to kick off our season and the new year, we have a really special episode. I'm really excited
Yeah,
about
I'm
this.
so excited to talk about this.
And a very special guest.
Yeah. So today we're going to be talking all about green witchcraft, green witches and green witchcraft. And we have, as our guest today, Rachel Mars, the owner of the Green Witch Shop in Northern Massachusetts.
Yes.
She's an artist. She's a green witch. She's here. Welcome, Rachel.
Welcome. That's my horn version. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for being here.
Yes.
We're so excited to chat with you.
So excited.
So you own a store that sells, you make your own candles and stuff like that. Tell me about what you do. Tell me about your store. Tell me about your
Tell
life.
our listeners.
And your practice, whatever you got.
Yeah. I have a lot of plants, first of all, and I
Yay.
use some of those plants to create things like scents, different smudges, loose incense, tisanes, and stuff like that. All the green herbally fun stuff. And I also do I'm also an artist, and I have crystals and all these fun little witchy things. So it's basically my way of getting away from finance, which is what I used to do for a very long time, and do all the side hustles now. So it's a way of life and a
pretty
way
much
to make
the
money.
opposite of finance.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
that
amazing.
rocks. Yeah, and you have such a cool online shop. I was looking around for people that are practicing green witches because we wanted to talk about this and we wanted to find somebody, and I found your website and I just said, oh, she sounds really
Cool. Like, this is so cool.
and you make such beautiful stuff, so we're really excited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm sure that you hit on a lot of Mary Jane vendors before you found me.
Very much so, like
Green
THC
witch.
stuff. Yeah.
I
think
love
there's
green
one-
witch.
I think there's one in Brooklyn that is called like the Green Witch or something like that. That is
Yes.
like, I think we talked about this.
Yes.
There's like a THC shop or something.
Oh my
like
god,
that.
too funny.
Yeah.
Everyone is calling themselves a witch nowadays. It's very trendy.
Yeah.
It's very trendy,
Yeah.
but they don't all burn the
Yeah.
burn the candle, make
Fly
the
the
circle
brooms.
of
Yeah.
salt, fly on the broom.
I think the fact that you even keep plants alive is really astounding because I have such a hard time
I
with that.
almost got you a book when I was looking for Christmas gifts for you that was just about like how to grow plants indoors, and I was like, I don't know if that's just something that I want or if that's something that
No,
I don't know if I'm
literally
projecting or
just
not.
had a conversation with my coworker today about like how can I keep plants alive?
Yeah, I tried to grow a rosemary plant one time and it died in like 3 days,
Oh.
which I think has to be a record.
See,
I killed a
rosemary
succulent.
likes a lot of sunlight actually.
Yeah.
So, but
That
it's
makes
like
sense.
But like for me, I had all these like herbs and like tropical plants that were growing in my house, and flowers and stuff like that. And then when I tried to go grow succulents, I killed them all. And now I have like 500 succulents in my house, and they're gigantic. So I like killed a lot of them before I figured out how that worked.
Okay, that's heartening.
That's so
Yeah.
cool. Maybe we'll just interview you about how to grow plants.
I think that's the thing too. It's like I have like 3 windows in my apartment, so like get plants that need a lot of sunlight. It's a struggle.
Yeah. This place has like 2 windows total.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult. And it looks like I look like I live in a basement when you see pictures of my apartment, but I don't. I just don't have any windows.
Yeah, city living.
That's life,
That's life.
you know? But I'd like to be able to grow a plant someday. Someday I'll have windows. Someday I'll have 5 to 7 windows.
Yeah, someday.
Maybe someday
I will
soon.
have rooms full of
I want
greenery.
the plants. I just want all the plants by the windows. You
Yeah.
know? That's my dream for myself.
That's
That's
my
my secret
I have
Pinterest
my
board.
favorite place in my house is like my main window, and it just has all the plants. It's like the most loved window in the entire house.
Aw.
It feels good. Like when you are by a bunch of plants, when you're near nature, it just feels really good.
does.
Yeah.
So you said that you worked in finance. How did the transition into green witchery and artist life happen?
Yeah,
What
so
was
that
journey
was
like?
kind of I like went through a year of like major changes, just kind of all in one. I like got a divorce. I quit my day job. I just started doing like art full time and like paint nights, and started doing like basically teaching a room full of drunk adults how to paint. And then that evolved into plant nights, and the green witch thing has always been there. The art thing has always been there. I didn't go to art school. I'm self-taught in pretty much everything that I do. And that's kind of what I love about like witchcraft. It's, I mean, that word, right? So your craft is what you make of it. So, you know, for me, my path is just, it's about pulling in your own experiences and your own beliefs and your own ideas, and then you create what you want out of it. So it's been something that was always there as growing up. And plus I'm in Massachusetts, and I'm like 20 minutes out from Salem, and honestly,
Yeah.
like every woman here is a witch. Like it's been that way my entire life. Even if you're not calling yourself a witch, bitch, you're a witch. It's like
Bitch, you're a witch.
there's like between superstitions and all of our, I mean, even like just every single Christian celebration and all these little things, it's just all ties into the same stuff that is basically.
All derived from like pagan,
Yeah.
you know, beliefs. And
Yeah. So, and then I started just kind of just doing more and more art, and started to put my stuff out there. And then because I am like always need to be doing something or making something, I just kind of snowballed from one thing to the other. And candles was something that I was making on my own. The plants was something that I had been just even more upping my game in it. And then it just became like, hey, I'm gonna try to put this thing out there, and then I'm gonna try to put this thing out there, and I'm gonna see how it goes. And just kind of one thing led to another, and here I am.
That rocks.
That's awesome.
That's the dream.
That's like your year sounds very eat, pray, love. Like that's so amazing. To go through such huge transformation like that, and then to be able to really look at what it is that you love and what feeds you, and try and
Yeah.
you know live authentically. I think is such an awesome journey.
I feel like sometimes nowadays people are just so into what is expected of them, what they are told that they should be doing, and it really stifles who you are as a person. And until you make some kind of like you make the decision to make that change for yourself, you are not allowed to explore that. And I had the time, and I had the drive, and I just needed to change something in my life, and I did. And I've got some very supportive people in my life that were there for me along the way, and it's been great so far.
Oh, that's wonderful.
That's
What a great
awesome.
story.
Yeah.
I mean,
So cool.
and also your stuff rocks, so it's
Yeah.
great that you're making it and putting it out there.
I
The
love
world
my
is better
stuff too.
for it.
Every time I make something, and then it like has a crack or it doesn't look right, I'm like, oh, I guess I'm gonna have to keep this one. It's the best part of being a maker.
That's great. Oh no, it's imperfect.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
That's great. Before we get too much farther ahead, let's talk quickly about what is a green witch.
Yeah.
What's a green witch? What's green witchcraft? Okay, here's my thought, and then you guys can tell me what you think. So to me, green witchcraft or being a green witch is more like a designation than a specific religion. And I think a lot of the stuff I read online agrees with that, which is basically you can be practicing pretty much any kind of witchcraft or none at all and still be practicing green witch values and stuff, which is that it's the things that make you a green witch are, you know, honoring the earth and any earth-related deities or spirits you might believe in, just with an intention, or like saying, like, you know, really sort of the earth being a focal point of your practice. Working with the earth's bounty, so like herbology and kitchen witches would also fall into the green witch practice. And then taking care of the earth and practicing your religion and your life in a way that like supports rather than hurts the earth. It's sort of like being a white witch, where like a white witch is like, they don't necessarily do specific rituals, but they have like a set of moral
Set
codes.
of values and morals. Yeah.
And so green witch is that, but for like herbs and plants and like Mother Earth.
And minimizing your carbon footprint as much as possible.
That's my understanding of it.
Would you agree with that?
What do you
Rachel?
think?
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a lot of green witchcraft that spans in pretty much every type of witchcraft, because everyone is using some type of herbs. I think that, you know, like you said, the relationship between the practitioner and the products or the gifts that they're using is basically the major defining factor. Green witchcraft has been something that ties to every culture, every, you know, practice across the globe. And so it's pretty much nailed it. You must be a carpenter.
I read a lot of articles today.
She did a ton of research. Emily is super prepared, and
The
I am
other
not.
thing I found that really surprised me, because I've read green witch stuff before, and because I've always sort of like it's the one that I want to be, you know. It's like I almost bought the book at a bookstore, and then I was like, no, I can't grow plants. I can't. But like
Listeners, Emily is fainting away from the microphone right now.
I'm fainting like a Southern doll in a Tennessee Williams play. But I can't possibly.
I can't possibly.
But so I've thought about it a lot, because it's like, if I had a garden, I would want to be like.
Yes.
But what I was surprised by in reading some of the resources is that there are some people that do consider a specific kind of Celtic Wiccan practice to be like a part of being a green witch, and that there is like a sect of like Celtic based Wiccan that is like if you want to get technical, that could be green witch, that also espouses all these things, but like that specifically like prays to certain things and like does specific stuff, which is in, I didn't get to read all of this, but there's a resource if you're interested in it, listeners, that was called 8 Essential Tips for Becoming a Green Witch, from otherworldlyoracle.com. And then that had a lot more of that. And then also just like a few of the places online where it was defined were like, it said that it was like based in Druid stuff and Celtic practices.
And isn't your background like of Celtic ancestry? Technically? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like maybe it's your ancestors calling to you, being like, Emily, you need to follow.
Emily, figure out how to plant a garden.
Be a green witch. You can do it. It's in your blood. That's so cool.
Yeah, there's like a couple of different. So a lot of the times the green witches are tied to the Celtic religion, and then but it's like even the people that are out there that are practicing or the old religion, which is what they call it there, it's hard to be tied to the old religion if you're not, because being a green witch is very much about your surrounding, or so as Americans, it's, you can't call yourselves, you can't say that you can, but it's like, if you're saying that you're practicing with the Celtic religion, you can use those traditions, but you can't, go and visit Stonehenge on the weekend. You know what I mean? So
right, yeah.
it's
like
hard
you're
to
using
do
your
what
own would be.
Yeah. You're using your own surroundings and creating what it is that you use as a practice.
Yeah, it's like trying to be a Scandinavian farm-to-table person from here. That's not what farm-to-table is. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
I only use the produce of Sweden. Okay. That's cool, but like...
I didn't specify which
I
farm
feel like it's
to which
defeating the
table.
purpose of it. Yeah.
There's some really wacky traditions out there for the old religion too. So
Yeah, I was
It's really
sort of
interesting
like,
to read
I
that
was
one.
like, Green Witch,
And then I got to I was like, I'm going to read this one about 8 essential things for being a green witch, thinking it's going to be like, grow a tree. And it was like, the green man and the sitter. It was
Yeah.
like the scythe.
A lot of it is tied to the Lord and the Lady. So that path is so in a religious perspective, the Lord and the Lady are like, it's keeping a balance. So green witchcraft is about keeping the balance. Everything is it's not, you're not paying homage to a specific deity. You have two that create one. So you have both. You have a god and a goddess that you choose.
Yeah. It seems really cool. It was just way more specific than I was expecting to get. And it's like, oh, wow, this would be a whole other, that would be a really cool thing to learn about also.
Yeah,
but today we're talking
There's
about
a really good book that I enjoyed, and I enjoyed reading about the history. A lot of it was the Celtic stuff, but it was just called Green Witchcraft, and it's by Anne. I want to say Mora.
Yeah, like Moura or something like that. Moura?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah, I saw her name crop up, and I haven't read the book, but maybe I'll buy it.
It is.
I heard. I also have not read this.
Yes,
so.
I also found that book because I was also debating on buying it, and then I couldn't get it on my Kindle in time, and I was like, I'll get it later.
There's one by a lady who I think is Canadian named Erin Murphy Hiscock, called The Green Witch. That's also supposed to be good. That a witch in Toronto recommended to me, with a shout out to the Curiosa store, which was very cool, and I liked it there.
Oh, where's that?
It's in Toronto.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
right.
she was like, I love this book. And then I chickened out because I was afraid that I killed that rosemary.
Oh. What were we talking about?
Oh, Anne Mora's book. It sounds really good.
Oh, yes, I did see that. So you recommend that book? Because I was wondering what I should pick up to learn more about green witchery.
Well, she talks a lot about, she goes into the history of it, but it's not like super detailed. It's just it's a really cool way to just kind of learn about the whole history of it. So if you're interested.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds like
I had no idea, honestly, that there was so much history. I guess I should know better now by season 3. But I I was doing some minor research today, and it was like, oh yeah, like herbalism and
when you think about
resourceful
herbal medicine,
gathering. Yeah.
This is the sort of thing that it's like, it's called being a green witch now, but back then it was like the medicine man or the medicine woman, or the lady that lived just outside the village that everybody was afraid of because she knew too much about the plants that surround you, so she could or hex the shit out of you and poison you or whatever.
A knowledgeable woman is a scary thing.
You're always wary of her.
Burn her. She knows too much.
Yeah.
It's one thing we hate in history. It's smart women. So you were saying that you have always, the green witch aspect of your life has kind of always been there, but do you know kind of when were you raised by a family that was kind of sensitive to that, or where did
you interested in this stuff? Or?
We were when I was a little girl, my aunt had this ring that I was obsessed with. And I was like, I can't remember how young I was, but I was pretty small. And she used to tell me it was the witch's eye. And now I think it's like a lapis lazuli or however you say it, because I read a lot of this stuff and I don't ever really talk about it that much. So I'll probably mispronounce a lot of things. But
you're on the right
podcast. But she used to tell me that on midnight on Halloween, you could see the witch's eye come out. So I was obsessed with just witches from then on out. And every time I saw her, I would look for the ring. Eventually, when I grew up, she gave it to me, and it barely fits my pinky finger. So it's pretty it was huge on me then. But my mom's always been, the type of person that's been like, oh, must be a new moon because all the kids are going crazy right now, or the dogs are chaotic, or just I'm dropping everything. And, it was lots of just the little, I think, standard stuff that a lot of families go into, but we just kind of took it a little bit more seriously. But no, my family was raised, my mom was Catholic. I was never raised Catholic. I just, we did some Protestant stuff, I guess. And then, when I grew up, I just sort of went my own way and started
And it was this
making
way.
more of a practice out of it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I think most of us do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's very cool. Jumping around a little bit, we talking just a little bit about the history of it. I found an article from the University of Virginia actually that just does a really brief overview of like sort of the history of herbalism, like the use of plants for medicinal purposes. And I thought we talked a little bit in our Spells and Potions episode about the history of like traditional medicine and that kind of thing, and how much it's very much tied into modern medicine. But I thought that this was an interesting thing just to go, since this is less specifically about potions and more sort of a broad use of plants and stuff. I have like a little rundown if we're interested.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
interested.
All right, cool. So
Let's do it.
They say the University of Virginia also was very interesting that they had this site because it was very unclear what it was there for. It was just like somebody did this project at some point and they just left it up.
I love when they do that.
Yeah. So the ancient Chinese, Indians, Egyptians, Babylonians, and Native Americans were all herbalists. The oldest known list of medicinal herbs, I thought this was interesting, is Shen Nung's Pensao or Shenong Ben Kao Jing. Circa 3000 BC.
That was flawless.
Thank you.
I have no idea.
I'll take it. Which was probably a compilation of an even older oral tradition. And then so because of that, I sort of jumped off and read a little bit about traditional Chinese medicine. And there's a very cool paper that's online also, not with the University of Virginia, but just broadly called Herbal Medicine, Biomolecular and Clinical Aspects, 2nd edition, where Sissy Wachtel-Galler and Iris F.F. Benzie went into like modern clinical trials and that kind of thing that are using traditional Chinese medicine. But it was very interesting and uses big words like phenol and, or scary words like phenol, I guess.
What is phenol?
I don't know.
Oh, I see.
But it was that was interesting. Anyway, back to that. So then, traditional Chinese medicine has the oldest list of herbal uses for like medicinal uses. But then surgeons traveling with the Roman army spread their herbal expertise throughout the Roman Empire, which is how a lot of it spread. And Greek surgeons in the Roman army compiled herbal guides that were considered definitive like medical texts in terms of like medicines you could make and that sort of thing for about 1500 years. I thought this was great because it's such a brief and quick overview.
Yeah.
Throughout the Middle Ages, herbalism was preserved mostly in monasteries, and monks copied and translated a lot of those early Greek and Roman works. And then grew gardens, which were then used to treat local people, but also as a training ground for more monks to become physicians or for laymen that would ultimately become doctors and that kind of thing. And so that came, I guess, from these traveling Roman, or Greek surgeons with the Roman Empire or whatever. And then meanwhile, because of the Islamic conquest of North Africa in the 7th and 8th centuries, Arabic scholars started acquiring some of those Greek and Roman medical texts and then mixing them with what they had from their own history, which then became something called the Canon of Medicine. And it was one of the most influential medical texts ever written. And all of these are basically based around traditional herbal, uses of herbs and for medicines and that kind of thing, as well as, to a certain degree, medical expertise, such as it was in the 1200s or 1100s. And then so that was how most of the medical texts that became the definitive list of like how herbs could be used in medicine from those traditional uses became books. And then with the invention of the printing press in the mid 15th century, they mass produced some of those early herbal guides basically, and then they became accessible to people outside of the palace, the monastery, the university, whatever else. And then because it included dosage and manners of how to make it, that was like how it sort of spread out to people beyond the people that had passed it down orally.
That's so cool.
Isn't that wild? And then the last thing that was really interesting in there, although there's more, and I totally recommend checking out this article or like doing a deeper dive into any of these things. But in the end, so when Francis Bacon and all those guys were like, we're going to make modern science, as they do, the reason that there was sort of a breach between like science botanists and like traditional herbalists in like the Western European culture was that there was a guy who came out right around the time that they were inventing what would become modern medicine, who was like, I think astrology has a lot to do with plants. and was very into the astrological implications of like different body parts and plants and how they would go together based on your signs and stuff. And
Gotcha.
then all the science guys were like, we're going to stick with the old thing. And then that's how we ended up where we are now, sort of. Is that rift started a very long and
Just
much
because
more
Steve had to
troublesome
go
rift.
on and on about astrology.
One guy. I mean, it probably is a lot more
probably
than
isn't
that,
wrong,
but
but just to play it cool, you know?
Yeah.
Just like
I'm
chill.
intrigued,
gosh.
but I hear where they're coming from.
That's so crazy to me, and I feel like every time we dive deeper into the history of any kind of sect of witchcraft, it's like it all is the same kind of story of like it started in one culture, it spread to another, they added to it, another culture added onto it. It's all this kind of beautiful like melting pot of information as civilization grows more and more advanced, and it's all like that's where everything comes from. And it just still boggles my mind how many people like turn their noses up at the word or idea of witchcraft or herbalism, because it's like, where do you think fucking Tylenol came from? Like,
Yeah.
what, like,
Yeah.
and also, why are we at wars? That's another argument, but it's just like,
That's another problem, but we also do have
but like,
that
why?
problem.
We're all so beautiful, and we all like are influenced by each other's learnings, like astrology, herbalism, like numerology. All of this was happening at the same time.
Yeah.
In all these different countries and cultures. Like it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
And the most, I mean, I think
Rant
like
over. Sorry.
no, I agree. And like herbology and herbalism in particular as like a passed down tradition that is sometimes considered part of witchcraft, in part to undermine local people that had power as new structures were coming in, as a reminder. But one of the most interesting things about it, I think, is really crystallized in that herbal medicine, biomolecular, and clinical aspects paper that I was talking about, because they really go through like, I mean, they talk about, you know, some things are not, you know, you're not always going to get it right, but that this is, a lot of these medicines, like traditional Chinese medicine in particular, is thousands of years of learned experience. And so
Yeah.
usually when a new disease comes out, or according to these particular people, like oftentimes when something is happening that people don't know what to do, those are the first things they go to in terms of, they'll try local, and a lot of times there's a reason, you know, not always, but a lot of times there's like the local sort of ancient knowledge as to how you deal with that disease. If it's something that is researched or something, it might have a chemical in it. You go, like, even scientists will go, okay, well, why did they use that flower over and over and over again?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
200 years ago, the last time this showed up,
Right.
you know? And sometimes that does turn into medicine, or what we consider modern, like,
Right.
science medicine.
In the Western world, popular,
Yeah.
modern medicine. Yeah.
And in fact, a lot of times it does.
Take that, doctors.
Yeah, we're coming for you, medical system.
You just wish you were witches.
But also, we'll take your help.
Yeah.
Guys, see a doctor if you need to see a doctor.
Yeah, like there's certain like there's so many superstitions when it comes to herbs too. Like different herbs have different stories that go along with it. The folklore on like every plant like is just blows my mind. Like when I was reading about, I started growing like a little bay laurel because one of my favorite things to do is to write my wishes on bay leaves. So, but there's like the history behind it is insane, and they actually believed that bay laurel would keep away the plague, which I'm like, if there was ever a plague, guess what I'd be looking at again?
Right, yeah, just in case. You never know.
Yeah. Oh, so what do you do when you write your wishes on bay leaves? Then what?
So actually, it's something that you can do it for new moons. It's a really cute little tradition, but I did it for the new year. So
Yeah. Ooh, what a perfect segue.
Yeah. Nice. Relevant.
So if you write down your wish on a bay leaf, and you're supposed to burn it with a white candle to make it come true. But for the new year, you can do 7 wishes on 7 bay leaves, and then light each one individually. And then something that I like to say is, so I believe, so I receive, and then so mote it be. A good so mote it be.
I love that. So I believe. Wait, say that again. So I believe.
So I receive.
I love that.
So mote it be.
I think that's manifestation in a really beautiful spell.
Yeah.
Right.
We love that. There you go. There's your New Year's spell.
I love
listeners.
it. Yeah. That's awesome.
And if you missed it this New Year's, you can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
coming up. Yeah.
It's not too late. Greek Orthodox Christmas hasn't even happened yet. Oh, it will have by the time this comes out, though. That's okay.
You know, time and dates are really
the
just.
Chinese New Year.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
coming up.
The Chinese New Year is coming out.
Yeah.
There we go, yeah.
So, do what you want.
Either way. Or new moon, right.
Or a new moon, or next year.
And January and February are just like made up months anyway, so.
Exactly.
Yeah, these don't count. Nothing ever happens in January, February. We're gonna eat
lot of wishmaking.
Pisces. Or, I don't know who's January, February.
Capricorn and Aquarius.
Capricorn and Aquarius. I always get Pisces and Aquarius mixed up as where they are in the.
Aquarius is before Pisces. Pisces is March.
Aquarius
All
is
right, we're looking at you, Aquarius.
starts at the end of January because my littlest sister is Aquarius. I'm the oldest of 3.
Yeah, I was going to
Yeah.
say, that's so charming.
I know, we are legit the real Charm Sisters.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
We're
Are you
all
even
three
able
of
to
us
zoom in
are.
on that at all? Or?
Are they also witchy?
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, one lives in Salem, one lives in New Orleans, and I'm here.
That makes me super excited. I
The
just
two
looked at,
witchiest places in America.
I know. I just looked at Emily and made a big smile because that's so cool. I want to be part of
three
Three
witchiest
Sisters.
places in America: New Orleans, Salem, and not too far from Salem.
Right. Yeah, that's so cool. So you were saying the bay leaf practice. That's really cool. What are some other fun kind of ways that you like to incorporate green witchcraft into your daily life?
So I do. I grow a lot of the stuff, but I also really enjoy wildcrafting. And some of the you learn about a lot of the different weeds that are up here in the Northeast. And I think that it's really cool to kind of go into the history of it because people when you think about a dandelion, like that, a dandelion has been used for so many things throughout the years. And if you get early spring and you take the leaves and you can make like a salad out of them, you can use them to help with like liver and liver issues or like stomach issues and stuff like that. The mullein is really cool, and that's so it's important to, like, if you're doing wildcrafting, it's important to do it in all the seasons, so you appreciate the full year's worth, every plants that transcend throughout the seasons. But like mullein is something that's easily spotted in the winter time, but it's traditionally used a lot in harvest time, like Halloween. I made mullein torches. Or hag's tapers or crone's candle, whatever, there's so many different little terms for it.
Yeah.
But it's so much fun because it's kind of like sparks as you go too. So it made like a huge flame. I did it. I remember doing it when I was a kid, but I did it this year for the first time in a long time. And I had some of my friends that burned the torches with me. And then my boyfriend was like, you got to put that out before it burns down the house. I'm like, you're letting it burn. It's 50 minutes long, so you're just gonna have to sit here and watch it with me.
Let it burn, baby. This is happening.
Cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. There's lots of little things. There's also things like rosemary that rosemary is. I go through spurts with having favorite plants to work with. Right now, rosemary is at the top of my list because I read a lot into its history and. Rosemary used to be it was said that rosemary growing abundantly in a house's garden meant that the house was dominated by the female of the house. So you would have men going around and, I have this really cartoony image of just going through the gardens and being like picking them all out. But
I'm the man.
So it's got ties to strong females. Also, you can use rosemary, if you're a kitchen witch, you use rosemary in your cooking and you incorporate a little bit of magic. You can, make a little rosemary wreath and tie it on your front door or a bundle of it. And that's supposed to help keep away harmful intruders or people that just wish to do you ill will. So it's an amazing herb with a lot of different uses. They say rosemary is for remembrance, rosemary is for protection, so that it can be used in a lot of different ways with a lot of spells, and it's something that we all have. I mean, if you have a kitchen, generally you have some rosemary somewhere in there, whether it's dried or store-bought or you grew it yourself. So
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, I want to just backtrack real quick because you mentioned the term wild crafting, and I had never heard of it until today, but I did look it up
Oh yeah.
earlier on Wikipedia, our friend Wikipedia.com. And so, from what I gather, it's a term meaning basically to forage, but ethically so.
Yeah.
So,
Should
ahead.
only take if you're gonna it's just foraging. You should only take like they say, either a quarter of what's there or just take only what you need. And it's always good to like leave a little gift for the nature spirits, the deities that are out there. If you're into honoring fae folk, you would leave like a brightly colored ribbon there or something like that. Sometimes when I take stuff from trees, I just like to place my hand on the tree and ask it its permission first. Makes me sound like a crazy
nice.
person, but I fully believe that the tree will respond in a negative or positive way, and it doesn't always happen instantly, but you have to just kind of be there. It's always
No, I totally.
be respectful of your Gaia and everything that comes from her. So,
Yeah.
sure.
And
I
trees
love
have
that.
such a vibe too.
They
Like,
do.
I always feel like trees have personalities.
Even when I was a kid, I had these 2 fir trees in my backyard, and I named them Big Ben and Eve, and they were like my friends, and I would talk to them.
Oh my god, it's so cute.
Yeah, I like really love personifying plants. I like talk to them.
Oh, yeah.
and they're my babies. And I
Boy,
get
was I ever
real
sad when Spike Leaf died.
Oh, I just hit the mic with my face. I was laughing so hard at that. Oh God. Too big, too
rosemary's a great one. I was looking up earlier today just a few different culinary herbs and their sort of traditional uses and that kind of thing. I know parsley is one for sort of gastrointestinal things at the very least.
You'd be surprised at how many there are for that.
Yeah.
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 I need all those herbs.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, for
continue.
my comment.
Oh yeah, and also
I just need to
urinary
eat
tract
vegetables.
infections with
Oh,
just FYI guys,
There you go.
ladies.
choose some parsley.
Yeah. Bay laurel is one that's on this list also, which is, they say, as a stimulant for the skin, but could cause reddening in sensitive individuals.
Do some
We also
toast.
use it in cooking, so
Yeah. Tarragon, in folk medicine, traditionally used for toothaches, upset stomachs, for kids, and can be used to induce menstruation. I don't know how reliable this website is.
I will say that mugwort, I use it when I get crampy.
Yeah.
I've even like taken some of my mugwort and sprinkled it in my wine. Like on day
love
one, when I'm just like
Yeah.
miserable at the world.
Oh yeah.
Totally works.
Yeah,
And
a
you can
mugwort
do,
and wine
you can do
combination.
mugwort tea, but I prefer to put it in my wine because I'm 100% that witch.
Yeah. It's because you're living your best life. Oh, I love it. There's so much good advice in this episode already.
Yeah, I feel like these are all basically like medicinal applications more than. But
isn't
it's
that
still
part of
interesting.
it? I feel like that's part
I
of
guess
it,
that
right?
is part of it, right? It's so they say basil has strong antioxidant and antimicrobial activity. I can't talk.
Yeah.
Strong antioxidant and antimicrobial activity. I didn't get it the second time either.
We got it. No
You get the
microbes.
idea. It's traditionally thought to stimulate the appetite and ease stomach upset. In Chinese medicine, basil is thought to support kidney function and ease gum ulcers. And in classical Indian medicine, basil's been used to treat everything from earaches and itching to malaria and arthritis.
There you go.
So that's a fun one. Dill they have. Ease stomach upset, gastrointestinal disorders, insomnia. That's a good one to know.
For what? Which one was it again?
Dill.
Oh. Also great with some salmon.
And they say dill infusion or tea for young babies as a treatment for colic. Ask your doctors, but sounds fine to me. Lavender. I mean, well, everyone knows about lavender as a sleep aid, I think, but insomnia, they say, and circulatory disorders.
Yep.
And in some folk medicines, migraines.
Wait, I just found on spiritualspells.com, and of course, Rachel, I'm sure you have thoughts as well on all of these.
Yeah. Also, just talk over me.
Lavender also can promote passion, romance, harmony, friendship, and cooperation with a lover.
Yeah, it's really good to use in love spells or love rituals, or I should say romance, because
Yes.
love is a powerful word.
Right. You can't make someone fall in love.
Inspires love.
Right.
Yeah. Wait, I love this. This is much better than my thing.
Oh yeah, I literally just Googled while you were talking. So basil magic uses protecting the home from evil.
And driving away the evil eye.
Yeah, herb for money and success, a happy family, and a peaceful home.
I knew I liked basil.
I had a basil plant that grew like weeds for the longest time. It was great.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I have to re-up my basil every year because I put it outside and then it doesn't come back.
Yes, you already talked about rosemary. It also says here that it can bring good dreams, keep marriage faithful, and the home peaceful.
Yeah, rosemary is like, so a lot of plants have a tie, like they have like a planet assigned to them, and then an element and a god or goddess or whatever. And I always thought rosemary was really cool because it was like, it's right now people say that it's tied to Aries and the sun, but it used to be Venus and used for Aphrodite and more like feminine uses. Then now it's got kind of a masculine connotation to it. So
Interesting.
somewhere along the lines it changed.
Yeah, it did a little flipperoo.
Yeah, like they used to have like paintings of Venus that had rosemary in it.
Interesting. I wonder what.
Just one
spurred
more
that
thing the
change.
men took from us.
I mean, her name is Rosemary. Leave her be.
Yes. Give her back.
Well,
There's so many
There's
here.
so many. Yeah, there's so many cool things. I definitely, if you're interested in this stuff, to our listeners, I would say definitely do some Googling. Maybe do what we say with spells and that kind of thing. Also, like get a sort of a survey of a bunch of answers, and then just see what sort of the overall pattern is and what makes sense for you and your practice and whatever you feel.
And go with your intuition, like above all. Like when I'm making incense blends for a specific intention, I just kind of use, I use the knowledge that I have, but I also go with just kind of what feels right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of, that kind of goes across the board with, witchcraft anyway.
Yeah. A lot of it's about gut.
Love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also came across Scott Cunningham has an encyclopedia of magical herbs. Have you looked at that at all? I love Scott Cunningham personally, but I don't know this one.
Does it have a name to it?
It's just called Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs.
Oh yeah, no, so I don't have that one yet.
Oh, yeah.
I know, like the room over there is like my library, and it's got books everywhere. So
yeah, I'd be curious. His book of solitary, I think it was like Wicca Guide for the Solitary Practitioner was like my first intro into witchcraft.
Yeah.
So I have like a soft spot in my heart for him. Also, because I really like that he's very chill. Like his whole vibe in the book was like, these are just suggestions. Like do what you want, which is
and that's
resoundingly a lot of witchcraft.
And I think that's a huge draw for a lot of people that are getting into it now. It's like, there's a lot of people that hesitate on calling themselves witches, and even when they're just interested in it. And, whether you're, lightly dabbling or you are making it an everyday, like fully immersing yourself in the practice, it doesn't matter. If you're, if you have it, it doesn't matter how deep you go into it. If you think you're a witch, you are a witch.
I love it.
Yeah. Love it.
So what are some little ways that people could incorporate like greenery into their greenery? That's what I'm going to call it now. Green witchery into their lives.
Yeah, I kept calling it witchery for some
Yeah,
reason.
no, I like that. Green witch values and practices, like especially if you live like we do. We live in New York. We live in the city. For me, and I think this is something that like a lot of like hipstery urban dweller people feel, but like always wanting to idealize, like move to a farm and have a garden someday. But I feel so starved of nature all the time. And like when I first started practicing witchcraft, I would go to like Fort Tryon Park at night alone, which I do not recommend. Do not do that. It's very dangerous. But just to try and like commune with nature. And it was really hard. Like I felt it felt really hard to at first especially as a baby witch to like practice without readily access to nature.
Yeah, like there's just really, it's really simple things that you can do. Like if you're going to the park, it's nice out, take your shoes off and like put your bare feet on the grass, and then just like envision yourself connecting to the earth, connecting to the earth's energies, pulling out the knowledge and inherent wisdom that you have in your bones, powered through the roots that are coming down, through your feet. Just little things like that. I'm always, when I'm outside, I'm always like, my eyes are always open. I'm listening to the wind. I'm like, and I live, pretty close to Boston too. And I spent a lot of my life in the city as well. And just having those little moments, even if it's not, a regular, occurrence for you, just when you have the opportunity, just feel nature, like close your eyes, try to like push everything out of your head, and then connect with just the feelings that are there for you to tap into.
That's great. Thank you so much.
It makes me want to go run to the woods right now.
You can just use my backyard if you want.
Okay.
Also, the beach is a great place to go to tap into all four elements. I mean, you've got the sand beneath your feet, you've got the ocean, you've got the wind, and you've got the sun for your fire. So that's all four elements right there.
Oh, nice.
Beach.
I do love the beach. Yeah.
Oh, fine. We'll take a vacation. All right. Coming soon, season 4.
Witchcast on the road. It's just like the whole time.
Right. It's okay.
Feel the wind.
Welcome to Witchcraft. I don't know why. That was more like a Reagan impression.
I was gonna say that kind of reminds me of
Welcome.
like that Futurama Nixon
Or
character.
Nixon. Oh my god.
I can't even do it. Okay, we're losing our minds. What else did you want to talk about, Emily?
I don't think in terms of Green Witch stuff, I think that kind of gives a good overview of it, right? I mean,
Yeah. Oh, you know what I would love to know, because I don't honestly know anything at all. What other, besides living green and you talked a bit about the spirits. Can we talk a little bit more about that aspect of Green Witch values? You mentioned the god and goddess, which to me seemed familiar coming from a more Wiccan kind of background myself. But you also mentioned fae spirits as well, like, and it's Letha. You mentioned like the idea of nature spirits too, right?
Yeah. So I mean, there's a whole like long history of different fae, and if you believe in just kind of like the spirit of a tree, a dryad, and stuff like that, you just want for me, I feel like when I'm out in the woods, or when I'm out like walking on a path or taking a hike or something like that, I'm not like just dancing around in the woods.
Would not judge you at all though if you did.
wish I could.
Yeah, honestly, sounds amazing.
But I feel like a lot of times you can sense that there's like another presence there, and whether it's just kind of your own intuition, being just quiet for once and paying attention to the different sounds and smells and feels of nature. But a lot of times I feel like those are wood spirits, those are nature spirits that are there. They're either protecting, watching, guiding. Maybe they're causing a little bit of mischief. I mean, green is like a balance of dark and light. It's natural magic. So but no, and I don't know too much about it, but I know that like the seasons are based off of the relationship between the Lord and the Lady. So basically, the goddess would be, so she goes from maiden to mother to crone, and then it starts over again. But she's ever changing, she's everlasting. And then the god is known for rebirth, because he dies in the fall, and then during Yule, The reason why we put we don't put candles on our tree anymore, but they used to. That turned into string lights. But that was like, lighting candles and doing all that stuff was to coax the Lord of Light to come back. So you have the goddess who is just ever changing and she never dies, and then the Lord who is who dies and then is reborn again with the solstice, the winter solstice.
Yes, I love it. I love it. And we
And-
just celebrated it. And
Yeah.
it's great.
That's why we celebrate Christmas when we do.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Well, awesome. Yeah, and I
Beautifully
think,
said.
the research that I did is that there are a lot of different strains of, like, in terms of what people believe, like, yeah, you can believe in the Fae and not believe in the god and goddess. You can believe in both. You can believe in a whole host of things.
Yeah.
And then the heart of green witchcraft is just that relationship with the earth and with the spirits or spirit of sort of the earth.
Yeah.
Right?
And the umbrella term that I'm using for the Lord and the Lady, I mean, you can choose whichever deities that you really relate to visually, and then that becomes what you envision when you are doing spell work to call upon a god or a goddess for
And
guidance.
I think a lot of, I don't know if this is, you can tell me if you do this, but my understanding is a lot of green witches do like the calling of the elements or the four corners and that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So
always
it's in that
having
sort
the
of-
elements there when you are doing your spell work, and the the main seasons as well. So the solstices and Samhain and Beltane and all that.
all of them.
All those,
Yeah,
all
that
those.
stuff. Every time we try to list it, we
Yeah, I'm like, I
I
can't even. I think it's
toss
the
stuff
line right
in.
now. I'm like kind of getting lost in my year. I'm going like
No.
from like last month.
Yeah,
until-
I also don't know how to pronounce them because most of the time I'm just reading about them. So then, and then that's why I say Samhain.
Yeah,
Instead of
Letha is the midsummer summer solstice. So
Oh, right. Okay.
big one.
Oh, and traditionally, the Lord and Lady that you're talking about, the god and goddess, I know at least from like Wiccan backgrounds, is represented by the sun and the moon, right?
Yeah,
goddess
the
is the moon, the sun
the
is the
lady is the earth and the Lord is the sun.
Oh, okay.
But there's many like moon goddesses as well.
Right.
Like Hecate is one that she's the goddess of witches. So
Can't.
She's
Yeah.
so popular. People love her.
The people love Hecate.
Yeah, Hecate's great.
Well, I mean,
Right?
she's our goddess,
Yeah. Well, that's cool. So is there
Heck,
anything else
hey.
you feel like you want to talk about in terms of either green witch stuff or other things in terms of your own practice or just anything
Yeah.
you want to...
No pressure.
well, I think that there's lots of different things. I mean, even in terms of something like as simple as smudging, just kind of do your research and find out what's right. Because I think a lot of people just automatically go towards using sage, but there might be a different herb that is better for the purposes that they're smudging.
Yeah, I saw on your website that you sell smudges of different sorts, and
Yeah.
honestly, this is baby witch territory, but I did not know that you could smudge with other things.
Yeah.
Except for like, there's a couple things I do.
Right.
About. There's like what's it called?
Palo Santo.
Thank you.
But there's also, you can smudge with, well, why don't you tell us, Rachel? What are other herbs that you can smudge with?
So you can use multiple different things. So you can use mugwort or black sage as they call it, and you can use some of my favorite ones to smudge with are mugwort and cedar. Cedar pulls in a lot of the just ancient wisdom because cedar is one of the oldest trees on our planet. So if you want to tap into those roots there, baby, go with some cedar. It's also really good if you are like moving into a new place. So you want to cleanse a new home or a new dwelling or something like that. You could use cedar. It's also really good for protection. Juniper is great for protection. It has a very protective, masculine energy to it, but also good for using let's say you're smudging because you want to clear some negative energy, but you are looking for a new venture. You want to, create something new for yourself, or you're going for a new job or something like that. Juniper would be the way to go. Lavender, great for romantical
Smudging or to help you with sleep. Mugwort also good for lucid dreaming.
Oh.
Yes. That's something that I've been.
Lucid dreaming.
Oh yeah, we're putting lucid dreaming on our list of things
Yeah,
to
let's
talk
do it.
about this.
I want to talk about it. I have thoughts, and I want to talk about it, and I have questions.
And mugwort's really easy to grow because it is it's a weed. So if you're
I
gonna
can
grow
do that.
Yeah.
Maybe I will try.
you can dry it, you can put it in a tea, you can do spells with it.
Good.
Great.
Get some mugwort. I'm gonna grow some mugwort. I have a couple pots that need filling, so.
Yeah.
Fill
those
Also,
pots.
okay, so can you smudge with evergreen? Because, like, with pine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got...
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead, sorry.
I do it. I use pine for my Yule rituals. I smudge with pine.
Yeah, I bought I have a quick side story. You can cut it if we don't have time
I'm
in
intrigued.
the final edit. But I didn't get to tell you this yet, right before Christmas, I went to go see For Colored Girls Who Consider Suicide When the Rainbow's Not Enough at the Public Theater. Highly recommend if you're in New York. Anyway, I think it might be over. Doesn't matter. I went to go see a play at the Public Theater, and then I walked by this, in New York we have these tree stands, like where people set up on the sidewalk and sell Christmas trees. But they had also just like wreaths and evergreen, like pine smudge sticks. And the stand is actually run by a couple of witches. And I was so drawn to it, and I went over to it, and I was like, I'm going to buy myself a wreath. Like, I want some evergreen in my life and in my apartment for Yule. And so I knocked on the little shed, and out pops this really cute girl with blue hair named Misty, who we became close friends. And we shared each other's life stories, and she made me a custom little wreath for me. And I also got a smudge stick. And then I met her coworker and friend Jasmine, who also I think is witchy, and they let me have a homemade Yuletide ornament carved into wood.
This is very cool.
I know. And we were talking about witch stuff and just bonded. And I was like, I'm a witch. And told them about the podcast. And she Misty downloaded it right there in front of me. She's like, I need something to listen to. So yeah, she's super awesome. Her wreath that she made me is gorgeous. But I bought an evergreen smudge stick, and I tried to smudge with it. And I was just so worried about burning down my apartment. Because it didn't smolder like my sage or my Palo Santo normally does. So I wasn't sure how to do it without just.
Might have been. Was it still green?
It was kind of in between.
So you might
Green
have
and dry.
run into some sap there.
Oh, okay.
So that could have been
Just need to dry it out a little more, or how do you?
Sometimes they need to be dried out a little bit longer.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, it's still on my altar, so.
Great. I was gonna say I have on my altar over there a whole bunch of very dried out evergreen.
Really?
Yeah.
Evergreen is very well. When you're using evergreen smudges, it's very ancestor friendly. So.
I am very into the idea of ancestors lately.
You're getting me into it. I'd never even considered the idea.
I just
but
love
now
the
I'm
idea of
intrigued.
a bunch of ghosts who love me kind of just hanging out in the background being like, yeah, Kate. I don't know. I just like to picture the whole time we've been talking, I've been singing Colors of the Wind in my mind. And then when I think of ancestors, I just think of the ancestors in Mulan. So basically my entire life is inspired by politically incorrect Disney movies.
You go running through the forest, you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
Colors of the Wind.
Yes.
Get it out loud. Belting.
Run the hidden pine trails.
Oh.
Okay, another really quick thing. I used to be really into hugging and kissing trees. Because my favorite book when I was in middle school, was Walk Two Moons by Sharon Creech, which is about a Native American girl and this road trip she takes with her grandparents. Honestly, highly recommend still to this day. It's such a good book. But her thing was that her mom used to wrap her arms around a tree and then plant a kiss on the tree, and she was eating blackberries. So when she was a little girl, she saw her mom do that, and her mom, I'm not going to spoil it, whatever, but she had always thought of
I wonder what happens to the mom.
there was a mark on the tree that she thought was from the blackberry kiss. Anyway, I love trees. They're great. Moral of that story.
This past summer, I was walking up. Another one of my side hustles is dog walking.
Awesome.
And basically anything that I can do to not go back to a 9 to 5.
Right.
Honestly, God bless. God is
I
blessed.
was dog walking, and this older woman and a child come running across the street, and they ran over to this huge oak tree that we have in the neighborhood, and they just ran across the street and ran to the tree, and then both gave it a hug at the same time. And I was like, that is the cutest thing I have ever seen in my life.
That is amazing.
It was
Hug
so
your local
random
elm tree.
and so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little side note.
That's so great.
It, like,
Tree huggers.
yeah, hug the trees,
Right.
man.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, right now we need it. Like, look at
Hug
what's
every tree
happening.
you've
Look at
got,
what's happening right now
world.
with our climate and our beautiful Mother Earth, and like, it breaks my heart.
Yeah.
I donated to some Australian wildlife rescues because it devastates me, the idea of how much is being lost. I mean, of course, people's lives and homes are so important as well, but also there are a lot of species and plants that exist only in Australia that like we are gonna lose forever because of these wildfires.
Yeah.
Not to bring it
it's
down, but it's
bad.
so sad. It's like really upsetting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is a perfect episode to remind you to donate to the Australian wildfires.
Yeah.
And maybe the ones in the Amazon if they're not out yet. And
Right.
maybe the ones in California if
The
they're
world
not
is
out
on
yet.
fire.
Things aren't going great for our planet.
Oh God. Should we pour another glass of wine? Okay.
More
well,
wine later.
why don't we
Should we
yes.
move on to our tarot?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want to pull a tarot card?
So my deck is the Maiden Oracle deck, and the reason why I chose this one is because it's got the major arcana, but then all the suits are different. They're all flowers and plants. So
I love, like, as soon as you said it, I felt really good about it.
Yeah. Kate was
And they're really pretty. So
concur.
they're made by Layla Olive, and she has exactly 3 decks. And guess what? I got my 2 sisters for their Yule gifts this week.
The other 2 decks.
The other 2 decks.
sick.
Okay.
You're so cool.
No, you're so cool.
Oh, I am, but you're also really cool.
All right, ready?
Yes, let's do
Yes.
this.
What
thing.
is the card?
We have the orchid,
Ooh.
and I'm going to look up what that means.
Yeah.
Also, these are non-traditional. Like, it's
Yeah,
not like
yeah.
Rider Waite or anything.
I have my little handy dandy little cheat sheet book.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Pretty.
It's so.
Oh, damn.
I love it. It's kind of like gothy a little too.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Okay.
Yeah, I love
Here
it.
it is.
Yeah.
Fertile land begets a fertile voice. We choose what to wait. We choose what to chasten and what to make noise, and where to make noise. The orchid gives you a key to bloom, so unlock the gates to infinite dominion, and your sovereignty finds the room. Don't ever let them determine where we flower, when we forgive, and how we forever flourish.
Hey. Ooh.
Nice.
That's a powerful card.
That's a great one to start the new year.
She's like busting through that.
Yeah,
thing.
she really is.
The image is great because it's an orchid just being like, fuck this.
Yeah, it
very
reminds
good
me
way.
of Beauty and the Beast.
And I
Everything
totally
reminds me of
had her
Disney.
in the close, and she did not do well. She did not want to be in there.
No.
No, not at
Yeah.
all. She's not going to be contained. That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's so cool.
Yeah, and what a cool deck. I love when people bring their own deck when we have guests
Yes.
because it's so cool to get to see like the decks of the world.
Yeah.
yeah, I love this deck.
Very cool.
What's the name of the artist that made that again? Did you say?
Layla Olive, so it's Leila, and she has an absolutely amazing art garden. So if you find her on Instagram, which I'm not sure what her Instagram is, but I drool over her
Yeah.
images in her
Ah.
garden.
Ooh, gonna follow her.
Yeah, guess who's getting a follow? You too.
Speaking of, how can our listeners follow you and also buy your wonderful wares?
Kate, that is exactly what I was going to say.
We're on the same page, sister.
My website is, what is it? The Green Witch Home.
Yeah.
greenwitchhome.com. My Instagram is also Green Witch Home, and my art page is Rachel_Mars, like the planet.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Spelled like
Yeah.
it sounds.
So we'll definitely link to everything in our Instagram and on our website. So listeners, please do check it out.
Yeah, check her out. She makes such cool stuff.
I'm definitely gonna buy things from you.
I know, right?
All I need is a slight nudging to buy anything witchy. I'm like, ooh, yes, credit card. Here you go.
And then I have a 10% off code for your listeners.
You
It's just-
dog. In a good way.
Love dog.
Amazing. What's the code?
It is Witchcast.
Yay!
Witchcast. Guys, use the code Witchcast
I'm going to cry.
at greenwitchhome.com for 10% off.
Oh my God. Thank you so
You
much.
lucky ducks.
Thank you guys.
I'm so excited. I'm literally on your Instagram right now. Like, I've already checked out of this episode and I'm buying things.
We can finish this up ourselves.
No, yeah. I'm here. Awesome. Thank you so much for being on the podcast.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's our
It was a pleasure.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So much fun. I could talk to you forever.
I know, right? Yeah. Guys, don't forget to follow us
yes.
ourselves.
Yeah,
ourselves.
Follow
The
Witchcast Podcast on
Uh,
Instagram. And also you can email us at witchcastpodcast@gmail.
mhm. And don't forget to give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah.
And leave us a review if you want to. We'd
It
like
really,
that.
it means so much.
Oh boy, do we ever like it. We
We
text
love it.
each other whenever a new review comes in.
It makes our week.
It really does. So thanks to those of you who have done it already. And
Yes, we love
if
you.
you want to make our week, 5 stars
yeah.
and a little comment.
Yeah. It just helps other people find us, which is.
Yeah, the biggest thing is just making us more searchable. Anyway,
Yeah.
so thanks so much for your time.
Yes. And until next time.
Hex
yeah!
Oh no.
'Cause it's Witchcast.
You know that movie We Bought a Zoo?
Yes.
You want to do that?
It seems like a lot of work, though.
That's fair.